Hi everyone! So I'm actually walking along the beach here in Hilton Head, South Carolina. I hope you can hear the water. It's gorgeous. The sun is setting. And I just got done facilitating this amazing class, the Access Consciousness Foundation class. It's the second core class of Access Consciousness. Can I deal with this? Let's see. It's pretty bright, y'all. I apologize. Hi, honey. Oh, another one of my honeys. Hi, Oscar. I got my fiance, Matt. I got Oscar. Honey, that's my other boyfriend. Okay, just so you know, before you meet him, don't be surprised. So, yeah, I'm walking around here, and I just got done jumping off of my intimacy lab with Laureen Hughes. We have our weekly call. And we're talking about just some of these amazing things that we're choosing right now. We're asking all the people in the group to really tap into and ask themselves, what do they truly desire out of their lives, out of their living, out of their businesses, any area of their life? What do they truly desire? And it's been amazing to me because, you know, when you're facilitating these classes, all of your points of view show up. Everywhere that you've been limiting yourself shows up. And more and more what I've been realizing is that, man, there's a lot of stuff that's changed. There's a lot of places where I've totally let things go. And there's still places where I could have a lot more ease, that I could have a lot more expansion, where I could have a lot more joy, where it could be a lot more, I could make a lot more money. I could have a lot less judgment of myself. More than anything, man, do I still judge myself. And I was doing that this week, and here I am preparing for this class. And it's funny because some of you may know, if you're familiar with Access Consciousness, they had this huge class last weekend in Houston, Texas, where the two founders, Dr. Dane Here and Gary Douglas, were co-facilitating a global rewrite of this class I just started facilitating today, the foundation class. And so they basically rewrite the entire manual while facilitating the class. Phenomenal, highly recommend it, amazing. When I took the class with them in Vancouver back in April of 2016, it totally changed my life. These tools are amazing. One of the things that happens is sometimes you're really aware, a lot of times you're really aware of stuff that other people are choosing. So my mom and her boyfriend and a bunch of other people I love and care about and respect went to this class in Houston, and they're choosing to let go of all these different limitations in their lives. Everywhere that they've been basing their lives on a point of view that's a limitation, they were choosing to let it go. And since I'm connected to them and I'm aware of that, I was letting it go too. And because I was willing, whatever I was willing to let go of, I was letting it go with them. And so that was really cool and also really intense. And so with that, I was starting to get really lethargic, and all this other stuff was coming up in my world, and there was a lot of factors playing into it. And I asked a lot of questions, and I used the Access Consciousness tools, including one of my favorites: who does this belong to? So, who does all this lethargy, this fatigue, this tiredness belong to? And a lot of times I got that it wasn't mine, so I would return it to whoever it was. I didn't even have to wait to find out and blame them or anything like that. Hey, yo, for giving me this tiredness or whatever. It's actually, I chose to be aware of it. And I was as soon as I acknowledged that, it shifted. But it kept going like this throughout the entire week. I kept being aware of stuff that was shifting and kind of getting tired, and then having myself and my energy again, and then things shifting and getting tired, and then having the awareness and shifting again. And one of the things I got yesterday, the day before yesterday, maybe, time, it's just, I'm not even, it's all over the place. But one of the things that I got after asking more questions and clearing more of these points of views and the things that weren't mine was that there was a piece of it of me self-sabotaging myself. Like I was self-sabotaging myself. I know, redundant, right? So it was like I was doing some self-sabotage. For a moment, just enjoy the water. This is a water intermission. So you can enjoy this. I can't hear it as loud right now. I think the water is calming down. But one of the things that I was getting was I was doing self-sabotage. One of the exercises that we were working with in the intimacy lab that I mentioned a bit ago was we were looking at what do you truly desire. And I made a whole long list, and I did some other follow-up questions that we were doing in the intimacy lab, and it was really intense, and I was being really honest about it. And then it started showing up. The things that I was asking for were showing up. And it's funny because in our last call last week, we were talking about, well, are you willing to actually choose it when it shows up? Here you are. You asked for it. You lowered your barriers to it. You're like, okay, I'm willing to receive it. It shows up. It never shows up the way you imagine, by the way, ever. And that's be it a person, a job, a business prospect, just something that'll be yummy and nurturing for your body, all of it. It never shows up the way you imagine. And here I was, and it was showing up, and I wasn't choosing it. And what was I doing? I wanted to sleep. I was sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. And part of that, like I said, was me being aware of other people's fatigue. And part of that was I was not getting very much sleep before going to Rome for the certified facilitator training. So I was catching up on a little bit of sleep because I was getting about 3-4 hours of sleep a night easily before heading to Rome to get all that stuff done that I needed to get done and to just have stuff lined up and to keep running all the different businesses that make me money. And so, yeah, there was a little bit of that. And so I was like, okay, I'm acknowledging this, and then I got that piece about self-sabotage, and I was like, well, that's kind of cute that I was choosing that. Am I going to keep choosing that? Am I going to keep not choosing what I asked for that's showing up right here? Like it's right here, and it's just like, I'm here, I'm waiting, are you willing to receive me, you know? And I'm just curious if that's ever been the case for any of y'all. If you've asked for something, or asked for a certain person to show up in your life, be it a business partner, a relationship, a job, a home, a car, and it shows up, and then you're like, oh, that was too easy. Oh, that was too fast. I wasn't ready. I had to line my stuff, my ducks in a row before I can choose this. And that's what I was doing. Fortunately, because of these access consciousness tools, I was able to recognize that within a few days. Years ago, it would have taken me weeks, months of me judging myself and me crashing and going to sleep. I remember I used to, and I'm going to tap into this beach a little bit while I'm talking here. Ah, nice, huh? I used to, maybe once a month, wake up from a full night's sleep, amazing sleep, and then wake up as if a truck hit me and sleep for another 13 hours the whole day and get up in the middle of the night sometime. And it was all the stuff that I was aware of that I wasn't acknowledging I was aware of it, that was not my stuff. There's a bunch of gnats here, guys, just so you're, I'm not trying to wave randomly. I'm stepping in some stuff that's gnats I'm going to get by the water. And so now that I'm aware, and I have these amazing tools to let go of this stuff with ease, it's like days, sometimes it's seconds. But this one was it took a little bit more because it was pretty deeply embedded in there. I'd been holding on to this point of view about stuff needing to be really slow and there needing to be struggle for the things that I'm asking for to show up. And what if something else was possible? What if something else was possible? So that was what was showing up for me this week. And in case that is at all relevant to anything that's been showing up for you this week, this month, this year, this life. Just know that there's something else possible, and I'm wondering and curious what you're aware of that you haven't acknowledged about what's been showing up. And maybe some of these tools would be a contribution to you. It's amazing it's been showing up. Look at this beach. Look, this is part of what I asked for. This is part of the life that I've been asking for, that I've been with all of my choices have gotten me to this moment where I can share and this beautiful ocean with you. And how does it get any better than that? So I'm going to keep choosing, and I'm going to keep asking questions about all the stuff that I keep being aware of, because wow, it's a lot. And I'm sure it's probably a lot for y'all as well. Whew. And maybe you could have a lot more fun with the awareness instead of it being a struggle and it be suffering and a burden. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing the ocean sounds with me and the water here at Hilton Head, South Carolina. There's going to be a lot more events and classes around here and all over the world because I'm stepping up. That's part of what I've been asking for my life, and it's super fun. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, wherever you are in the world. Talk to you soon. Bye.